I found the stone tablet.
Really? You must be a brave guy. Then you've certainly earned your way into the camp.
You don't have to ask me that. He thinks it's as easy as that.
Here's the stone tablet.
Good, very good. Raven will be pleased with you.
I say that myself.
What about the camp now? Can I finally go in?
No, I already sent Logan
You
in.
know about duty.
He was ahead of you in the list. And at the moment, there's no need for another man in the camp. Besides, I can really
No
use
time
you
for things
here.
like that.
Now that Logan isn't here anymore.
I wouldn't have done
You swine.
No.
I'll get you.
You miserable little wretch. You want to mess with me? Just you wait.
it. That will never change. And now? Hang on! Shit! Hang on!
Here. Send.
And what if I say?
I'm staying out of it.
Then I'll.
Exactly.
You have to feel sorry.
What about?
No. And at the beside.
That will never change.
And what?
Then.
Exactly.
You swine.
You miserable little wretch.
Hit him, boy! Show him! Give it your
that's
all!
the ticket.
Hit him!
I wouldn't have done that.
It had to happen sooner or later.
We all ran like rabbits.
Hey, what happened down there?
I flattened Franco.
So? Then now it's your job to make sure the lazy dogs do their work every day.
Hey, I'm not here to be bothered with the hunters. I want to enter the camp.
Forget it. You did in Franco. Now you're the leader. So do your job.
If I'm the leader, then I decide who goes in next. And I decided that I'm next.
It isn't that easy. We haven't asked for anyone, so no one gets in.
Thoris can send a new leader for the hunters. Then there will be a vacancy inside for me.
You don't give up, do you? Okay. Then move your butt inside. Thoris will make sure that the hunters won't have to live without a leader. What are you waiting for? And get yourself a pickaxe.
Hey, are you the new guy who knocked down Franco?
Yes, why?
Because now I have to take over his job. You did a great job. Thanks a lot.
And what's it like leading the hunters?
Leave me alone.
Ah, who have we here then? Looky, looky. There you are. I've got good news and bad news for you.
First, tell me the bad news.
Raven is looking for you. So are his guards. Actually, all the bandits are looking for you. And if they find you, they'll kill you.
A lot of people have already tried that.
Then your combat skills are as good as your craftiness. Coming into the camp with some of our armor is like the sheep coming to the wolves. Your life is hanging by a thin thread, son of danger.
And what's the good news?
Well, I don't really know why, but you've made yourself a couple of powerful enemies. You can count yourself lucky that I recognized you and no one else. Because I am understanding and sociable.
How much do you want?
Oh, no, please. I don't want to extort gold from you. I wouldn't dream of it.
Then what do you want?
Recently, somebody tried to get Esteban out of the way, but he ran into the bodyguards. Go to Esteban and talk to him. Afterwards, we'll talk again.
How's it going with you?
Well, at least I'm in now. Lucia brews some wicked liquor, but Esteban won't let me into the mine. At any rate, not yet. He's given me another job.
And? What does he want from you?
There was an attempt on Esteban's life. He wants to know who's behind it. Esteban thinks that Snaf is involved. I'm supposed to keep an eye on him.
I'll come back later.
Do you want to eat or chatter? What'll it be?
What's on the menu?
I want to try out a new dish. Fire strips and hammer sauce.
Hammer sauce?
A sauce made from hammer-hard booze. I have a recipe from a guy called Lou. You get the ingredients and distill the booze up on the alchemist's bench. Then I'll make a sauce out of it. What do you think?
Okay.
All right.
Hey. And? How's it going?
Listen, if you want something to eat, go to Snaf. If you want something to drink, you're in the right place.
Aren't you from Khorinis?
Don't remind me. My life in that city was horrible. While the ships with the new convicts kept coming in, there was still life in the town. But all those other guys? No thanks. Maybe it's because we're on an island. Well, those days are over. I'm finished with Eldritch.
Why?
He's a wimp. When the bandits dragged me off, he didn't lift a finger to help me.
What are you planning to do?
We'll see. For now, I'll stay here with Snaf, Fisk, and the others. Have you already talked to Thoris? Oh, Enos, is that a hunk of a man? Excuse me. Let's get back to your question. I haven't set a goal. I'm only drifting.
Can you teach me something?
Only too gladly. You can train your dexterity with me.
I want to become more dexterous. What do you drink here, then?
We only have a little beer. The only beer on the island was brought by the Paladins. Just about the only good thing those fellows brought with them. Otherwise, we drink booze. I got moonshine, grog, and white rum. You should try that. I got the recipe from Samuel. The old boy really knows his trade.
You're not very fond of the Paladins, are you?
Those fanatical murderers in the pay of the fire magicians? No, but Lord Hagen occupies the city with his thugs, and everybody bows down to him. And I didn't want to do that. I wasn't gonna wait until they closed down the Red Lantern and locked me up.
Give me some... You look like a digger.
I am a digger. The last time I was in the mine, I worked my ass off.
What happens to the gold from the mine?
Thoris collects it and then distributes it. No one is allowed to keep what he mines. Everybody gets only a part of the gold. That way even the hunters and guards get their share. I think that's okay. Since we've had that rule, there have been fewer deaths and the miners still get more than the guys who hang around outside.
Why aren't you in the mine now?
I was in the mine long enough and slaved away until I was about to fall over. Now I need a few days rest. Before I get my next red stone.
What's the deal with these red stones?
That's something Thoris and Esteban thought up. Thoris takes care of the gold distribution, and Esteban organizes the workers for the mine. Of course, he doesn't want to run to Thoris every time he sends someone to the mine. That's why he gives us one of those red stone tablets, and Thoris lets us in then. It's like a pass.
Hi.
What you want?
Where do I get a pickaxe?
Go to Huno the Smith. If you want to get in, you don't even bother going to Thoris.
Tell me.
Hey, he's the boss here. He always lets the go.
And you... What do I have to know about mining?
Well, when pick...
Can you judge my gold digging abilities?
Sure. For you, a quite passable...
Can you...
A quite...
Hi.
Hi, I'm Leno.
Diggers.
Right.
Can you...
Certainly. But if I teach you something...
That's why I'm...
Sure.
Well...
You might as well give him a share. 50 gold people.
Teach me something about gold mining.
Good. And don't do that. You're up.
Don't wake him.
What?
If you want to do yourself a favor and stay away from... The fellow is unpredictable. He killed the last... Let him sleep.
Are you...
Because of the pants? Nah, all I do here is... It's always important to... If you want...
I want...
Do you really think?
A dark cloud with blood.
Are you all right?
Green.
Here.
Not green.
How can I...
The green.
Hey, if you're looking for a decent trader here in the camp, my hut is right behind...
Wait a minute.
Can't rely on
Show me your...
That's exactly what I said.
Nobody wants to know.
You already know what I think.
Can't rely on that.
That's totally obvious.
Nobody wants to know.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
That will never change.
They all ran like rabbits. I was completely alone.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
So you're the fellow who fought his way into camp, huh?
That got around fast.
Franco was a tough nut. No one messed with him. No one.
Nothing's ever gonna change.
Except you. Just to make it clear, if you try the same shit with me, I'll kill you.
I feel sorry for the poor guy.
I want to get into the mine.
Of course you do. Then you're in the right place with me, because everyone who digs in the mine and I hand out the red stones you need so that Thoris...
It's better to watch out.
I need
Why? You already have some.
Been there, done that.
He should have known better.
Give me one of those red stones.
Okay, but they aren't free. Normally, I demand a share of the gold the boys get for digging.
You don't have to ask me.
How much do you know about mining gold, huh? You probably learned a few tricks, right? If I give you a redstone, it won't be because you're such a great digger. No. I have another job for you.
You don't have to ask me that.
What sort of job?
One of the bandits planned to kill me, but instead, my guards killed him.
He was hot for your job, huh?
Ah, he was an idiot. A thug without a brain. He never would have got the idea to attack me on his own. Nah. He was only fulfilling a contract. Someone else sent him.
So, I'm supposed to find out who was behind it.
Whoever sent me this assassin will pay for it.
Sooner or later.
Senyan sent me to you about this business.
Senyan? He also works for me. I told him he should...
True.
How should I go about...
Everyone here in the camp knows about it. So try to find out who's on my side and who isn't. Talk to Snaf, that fat cook. Listen, I have come back when you...
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
I used to say that myself.
Anything's possible.
He really should have known better.
Why haven't I heard?
Hey! Do you...
Huno has, but I won't give that up.
That's nothing.
What do you...
Nothing, man.
Do you work...
I wanted to make up. He said he can't use. What else can I do but continue?
Everything...
I just want to do my...
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
Nobody ever asked.
It looks like you're a master of your craft.
I've heard that before. Did you bring the steel?
Steel? No, I think you're confusing me with...
Somehow you seem familiar. Do we know each other from somewhere?
Same old thing.
I wouldn't know where from.
My brain is like a sieve. Whatever.
I'm staying out of it.
I need...
So, you can have this. It's Esteban's fault. That damn dog pockets his shit.
No idea. You tell me.
About the...
What do you want from me?
I'm looking for the person...
And why are you coming to me?
I thought you might know something about that business.
I don't know.
I couldn't get it.
Show me...
I wouldn't have done it.
Been there, done that.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
I used to say that myself.
You don't know.
It looks... Sure, from the old camp.
The old camp, right. You're that curious guy. I thought you was dead.
Yes, everybody thinks that. Who else survived?
A few. Some fled with Raven like I did. For a lot of others, the old camp became a grave.
Tell me about your escape.
Chaos broke out the day the barrier fell. Some hid, others fled, and there was a plundering everywhere.
What did you do?
I was about to leave the camp when it turned bright very suddenly, and I'd been struck by... Later, someone told me that Thoris found me.
More, believe
I need...
So, you can have this. That damn...
Show...
you know about duty.
You can't do this forever.
He
Hey.
really should have known better.
Who? But
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
what else?
There's more,
watch out who you tell what.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Give okay, but the normal.
I've got no
What
time.
sort?
What?
What does he know about duty?
Anything's possible.
I used to say that myself.
Better watch out.
What do you?
Listen,
In what?
but it never can. I've been robbed, probably by
He was falling down.
What?
a packet of lockpicks. Someone was supposed to, but a guy named Juan snatched it away from me. And that bastard is.
Juan worked for us.
What?
Don't play games with me. You knew about it.
Fine, you're right. Everyone in the camp knows you work for Esteban. I don't have any desire to get.
I used to say that myself.
I'm not real.
So, you want to pull the wool over the old swine's eye? Then I'll give you some good advice. When it comes to Esteban, trust no one. Not even me. Now enough about that. We don't want to.
Show me your.
Got no time for things like that. Can't rely on that.
Do you really think?
He thinks it's as easy as that.
It's better to watch out who you
What?
tell
No.
what.
It was his decision, wasn't
Who said that?
About.
What do you?
I'm looking.
And what?
I thought.
it? I'm staying out of it.
That would only cause more trouble.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
Hey, you. About the. Do you have any?
Why do you want?
I want to talk.
So, and what do you want from it?
I want.
Oh, I won't have anything to do with that.
Yes?
Do you have any idea?
Sure. Let me tell you. I bet that he always ran to the mine like a crazy man. But since the attack, he's been sitting on his bed. It's obvious. I bet he does.
Same old thing all over again.
What?
What do I know? Yeah, that.
He simply needs to practice.
Green.
Here.
Not green.
What do you?
Hey, man.
Hey, you. I've talked.
And did he tell you about the attack?
He ordered me to find out who's.
No more than you do. I'm also on the hunt for the guy behind it.
Let's hear it.
I want you to do your job well. And when you have found him, I want you to kill. Then I have your wanted poster. Don't forget that. Do you?
Forget it.
Then what do I still need you for, you bum?
Hey, people! And now,
Let him have it!
why haven't I heard about this?
about duty. Nobody ever asks me. That was no big deal. You don't have to ask me that. It was his decision, wasn't it? Who said that? It was his decision, wasn't it?
Juan,
What?
don't play. I see.
Good. Then leave it be. We don't want...
Sure.
I couldn't get away with that. It's better to watch out who you tell what. Same old thing all over again. Those are all just rumors. He really should have known better. Nothing's ever going to change that. I used to say that myself.
Yeah.
What do you know about duty? You have to feel sorry for them. I couldn't care less. Why haven't I heard about it?
Hey. Can you just...
Quite passable.
It was falling down. I couldn't get away with that.
I have...
You're in cahoots with the guy who ordered the assassination, aren't you?
Things I could tell you.
Absolutely not.
Good. I'll tell you what I know. When the attack took place, I was trying to get my pickaxe from Huno the smith, but he wasn't there.
And?
Usually he's always there.
Sooner or later.
Can you...
I already told you every...
I've got no time for things like that.
Okay.
You have to feel sorry for the poor thing. Same old thing all over again. Who said that?
What?
He really should have known better.
Hey, man!
What do you...
Nothing at all.
What do...
Hey, man!
Lenar told me...
Lenar? That guy's an idiot.
He said you haven't been in the mine since the attack happened.
I don't know. You are working together with that Senyan. You're in cahoots with Esteban. I heard exactly what you were blabbing about. Up to now, Esteban hasn't given a damn about us. Leave me alone. Nothing at all.
And did he tell you about the...
He ordered me to find out...
No more than you do. I'm also on the hunt for the guy behind it. And now we come to the interesting...
Let's hear it.
I want you to do your job well. And when you have found him, I want you to kill him for me. Then I will pocket the reward. I have your wanted poster. Don't forget that. Do your job and do it well.
Forget it.
Then what do I...
Hey, people!
And now for some...
Tell me, why did Senyan yell, "Look who we have here"?
Unpaid debts. Do you have a problem with that?
No, man, I don't have a problem. Quite the opposite. The bastard worked for Esteban.
What do you have against Esteban?
All that swine thinks about is every few days one of us gets eaten, but Esteban just won't. And why? Those guys, but he'd rather let us get...
Help me find out.
No, I don't want anything to do with it.
If an idiot like Lenar notices that you're behaving oddly, it won't take long before Esteban finds out too.
Shit. I'll tell you one name. Nothing more.
I'm listening.
Huno. Go to Huno. He must know something about this business.
Hey, you! What do
The thing with us, you know how it is. I didn't say that.
If you were in my place,
I would think about what I know of. First, it was probably one of the bandits. Second, that he's third, as long as he thinks that you're on. So, the interesting question is... You bumped off one of Esteban's people. The man you're looking for will believe you're on, but he won't just reveal himself to you.
Thanks.
Hey, I didn't tell you any...
What do people...
You'll have to be a bit more. Each piece of information will...
How much?
10 gold.
What
a good digger. Esteban favors him because of it.
What...
As far as I can tell, let up.
Emil...
I don't think he'll bring any flowers.
What about...
Fisk is Fisk. He pays his share to Esteban and just... I don't think he really...
What does...
Huno. I know almost nothing of that information is of course.
What about...
I don't think he particularly likes Esteban.
What do you...
Whoever talks about him is soon...
What do you...
You're looking for the guy who's behind it, but I don't know anything about it. How...
I'll come back later. Hey, you! What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
Nothing at all.
Hey, you! Hey, you! What do you...
After the attacker was dead, Torres and Franco sent log. Hey, I just do what...
And what...
Leave me alone.
You know about duty. You already know what I think. I couldn't get away with that.
Let's... What...
Well, I'll just sit here counting.
Why did you wake me, eh? I bet you don't even know. No, don't say anything. It's too late for excuses. Now you have two choices. You can fight me in my Betty, or you can try to run away. In your place, I'd run.
And now...
Fuck.
Show him who's boss!
Watch out, then.
Shit! Show him who's boss! Yeah, that's the ticket!
Hey, you!
There's more, believe me.
Do you really think?
No idea. You tell me.
I won't be treated like that.
It had to happen sooner or later.
You know the rule. No one goes into the mine without a redstone tablet.
Forget the mine. I have to see Raven.
Even then, we have rules here, and they apply to every... Go back. If you try to enter the upper square without... If you have a problem with that...
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
What does he know about duty?
Hey!
It can't go on like this for...
Huno is suspected of having some...
I don't know anything about...
I'm staying out of it.
But you were.
I know nothing. Honest.
Wait a minute.
He really should have known.
Do you know what Esteban will do to you when he finds...
Man, leave me alone. I don't have anything to do with that business.
Hey! Tell me what you know now, or I'll slam you into the wall, Paul.
You can't rough me up just because you work for the boss.
I can.
Cut the crap.
Paul.
All I know is that Huno has a bone to pick with Esteban. He's constantly going on at me about that Esteban, that he screwed up business for him and so on. I only listened and never said anything.
Exactly. You see, that wasn't so bad.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I told you.
Nothing's ever gonna change that. Do you really think?
I've heard a few things about you.
So?
I heard that you weren't in your place when the attack occurred.
What else?
Paul said you hate Esteban.
So? Did he? What else?
Emilio spat out your name. You definitely know something about the attack.
You've been having a chat with old Emilio, eh?
And he isn't the only one who suspects you.
It's better to watch out.
What's that supposed to mean, huh?
Get away with that.
You don't have to ask me that.
No idea.
I want to join forces with the assassin.
Against Esteban, really? Then prove it. I've been waiting for too long for a delivery of steel from the pirates. I suspect that Esteban captured it in order to sell it to me later at a higher price. Of course, he won't do that himself. A couple of bandits in the swamp are on his payroll.
How do you know that?
Drunken bandits talk too much.
Does this talkative bandit have a name?
His name is none of your business, but the guy you're looking for is called Juan. Anyway, you'll have to look for him in the swamp.
That'll never change.
First,
No, I don't.
look, the next conversation I have is either going to be with the person behind the attack or with Esteban. Who I talk to is your choice.
All right. I'll get you together with a perk. Go to the bar and talk to the barkeeper. You'll learn. What are you waiting?
That's nothing new.
Same old thing all over again.
Huno sent me.
Looks like you found your man. Go on up to the next floor.
So you were behind the attack.
Yes, Esteban is in the way of my business. He won't let any of the bandits who work for me into the mine. He's making sure that everyone works for him, and only for him. That way, he can pocket a percentage of every deal and control the whole camp.
Do you want to take his place?
No, Oh, I'm a traitor. I just want to go about my business in peace.
What are you planning?
We'll get Esteban out of the way. That means you will kill him and take his place.
As long as his bodyguards are with him, I don't...
Then we'll have to get them to leave by telling the truth.
What truth?
You have done your job. You know that I was behind the attack. Tell Esteban, and he'll send his boys to kill me. I'll expect them here. When they're gone, you can deal with the bastard and I'll...
Wait a minute.
Same old thing all over again.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
About the assignment.
Listen, I have other things I have to take care of.
I thought you might be interested in knowing who was behind the...
Who is it?
The traitor Fisk is behind it. At the moment, he's sitting in the bar unsuspecting and drinking.
Ha! Well done. You heard him, boys.
I've got no time for things like that.
And what happens next?
What happens next? Fisk will die a painful death. And that'll be a warning to all.
Easy as that.
Do I get...
Yeah, you did your job well. I can use you much better out here.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
Are you trying...
It isn't everyone who gets an offer like that.
How about if you keep your word and give me a
Hey,
Same old thing.
one
all
more
over
word.
again.
What guards?
What?
That's totally...
Oh, I see. You're trying to pull a fast one.
Nobody wants to know.
What you waiting for? Watch out.
I've got no time for things like that.
That's exactly what I said.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
You already know what I think.
Hey, you! Esteban is finished.
I've waited for this for a long time. I think you've got things to do now, and so if you need it...
Wait a minute. Show me... How's...
Good. Esteban's death is a reason.
He should have known better.
No idea. You tell me.
I need...
So, you can have this. It's that damn dog.
That's no secret.
You already know what I think.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
You don't have to ask me that.
The things I could tell you.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Tell me that isn't true.
I won't be treated like that.
I've got no time for things like that.
I could have told you that before.
What does he know about duty?
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
all ran like rabbits. I was completely alone.
I couldn't get away with that.
You don't have to ask me that.
Nobody wants to know.
Hey, you! Hey!
It would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
It can't go on like this forever.
That was
Hey,
no big deal.
what's with your armor? Where can I get armor like that?
You can't. This armor is reserved for Raven's Guard. I hardly think there's an entrance exam for new candidates.
Who said that?
But the ultimate decision isn't mine, it's Raven's.
You don't have to tell me that.
Don't you
You were one of the prisoners. Maybe you were one of my guards. No, maybe you're the guy who brought down the barrier. Maybe you also killed. So what? Those times.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Come on.
Let me explain something to you. Because I've always been loyal, I don't have to agree, and so will you.
Decision, was it?
They all ran like rabbits. I was completely
I have a red stone tablet here.
Okay,
Like that.
you killed Esteban. So they have a few problems with mine crawlers in the 3 diggers have.
And when can I find...
Do your job.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
It's important that I get...
Oh yeah? Do you really? His guards have orders not to let anyone in. You'd be dead, so knock that idea out of your head.
Can't rely on that.
You don't have to ask me that.
Halt! Hey, as long as Thoris hasn't given...
What does he know about duty?
That's exactly what I said.
That's no secret.
I wouldn't have done that.
You don't have to tell me that.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
That's no secret.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
That will never change.
I could have told you. It can't go on like this forever.
Hey!
Been there, done that.
Anything's possible.
That will never change.
That's totally obvious.
Hey!
You don't have to tell me that.
That's nothing new.
You're needed in the mine.
Sure thing, boss.
Easy as that.
You want to see the best in the mine? Oh, something else. Now and then it's a good idea to give... If you've hacked a couple, it's... With a little luck, you'll get...
Wait a minute.
Same old thing all over again.
I wouldn't have done that.
That will never change.
Those are all just rumors.
Same old thing all over again.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
I couldn't get away.
Hey, you! Come on.
No.
It's totally obvious.
Can't rely on that.
Anything's possible.
I couldn't care less.
That's nothing.
You really should have known.
You're needed.
You really do have a excellent. Now, one more thing. If you go mine and watch...
You really should have known better.
You're needed.
So now you're the boss here.
Same old thing all over again.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
That will
Hey.
never change.
I sent out 3.
All right. Then as far as I'm concerned...
Nobody wants to know.
Halt!
Get out of my way.
All right, you...
So,
Yes.
then watch out for yourself.
Why?
They worked them.
Give me the next.
Of course. Here are a few gold.
Hey, do you want to go digging? Then don't forget to stock up with Scatty.
What do I need then?
Well, at the very... Or how about some...
How's business?
Since the tomb has been open, there hasn't been much demand. Raven has no more, and the diggers are taking...
Bloodwyn. Is he in charge?
He oversees the mine.
What exactly does...
Last time I saw him was when he came... No, wait. The last time he was unlike Raven. A cursed, unlucky tomb.
Guardian?
That's exact. I knew from... But Raven...
What?
He was just...
Get to the...
Well...
Hey, scat...
All right. Bright light poured.
And then?
That's all I... It also...
What do I have to know about mining?
Take a pick, but Mitt, I can tell...
Would you like...
A beer would... But maybe Lucia still...
There you go.
Oh, that tastes good. Thanks, man. You're my hero.
Let's...
That was no big deal.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us. That's no secret.
That's totally obvious.
Nobody wants to know.
You already know what I think.
Been there, done that.
I won't be treated like that.
Hey, wait a minute.
Is there
Minecraft.
what?
I asked that too. Bloodwyn is...
I don't suppose.
Why should I? Bloodwyn will just... If you...
Can you
Yes, he can't go too far out of his way.
and other
He thinks just stay out of his way and don't... So Bloodwyn is already... I mean, you slot...
Wait a minute.
You killed the Minecraft?
Wait a minute.
You still aren't gone?
We still have to set something straight. I'm looking for...
Yeah. And what makes you think that Raven wants to talk to you at all? Wait. Are you? Is it you? You're the guy we've been looking for the whole time. What are you doing here? You should be...
People are always telling...
Those morons all fail.
Like I already said...
I'll kill you.
Everything comes...
Ha ha! And I survived the explosion.
And who do you think brought down the...
Ah, you can't defeat me.
Yes, that was his biggest mistake.
Ah, you...
And...
It's too late for...
You haven't seen the last of me! you dirty pirate!
You killed the mine crawlers?
Wait a minute.
You still aren't.
We still.
Those you.
And
It's too. You sure showed that bum. Then I'll take a look around the...
Wait a minute.
Just you.
Hey. What are you...
No, I'm washing because just imagine, out of one...
How many...
Well, I don't know you at all.
10 gold.
Let's...
No.
I thought that was his
It is.
What do you...
You won't believe it, he mumbled. And then... Oh, Raven, I can't...
Can you...
Sure. Cardamon, Fatang, shut up.
Let's...
Where are you going? Do you want to go into the...
Well, sure, why not?
There are even more slaves. After all, we
I see.
That is a direct...
I thought Raven was the boss here.
Right, but he gave the slave...
Let the
Listen. Besides, Thoris, do you have any...
Here, is that...
No.
It would be better for you if...
Wait a minute. Bloodwyn isn't the only one who has a say here. So long as I don't have an order...
But you just said that the slaves...
Yes?
You're one of those guys who won't take a leak without orders, eh? Let...
Do you have...
What?
He should have known better.
That will never change.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
I used to say that myself.
But I'd rather...
Nobody ever asks me.
You should really have known better. You should really have known better.
Hey, you! How's I put this?
Nobody ever asks me.
Same old thing all over again.
You don't have to ask me that.
That was no big deal.
Nobody ever asks me.
And there's more, believe me.
You don't have to ask me that.
You can't rely on it.
That'll only cause more trouble. Be treated like that.
That was no big deal.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
Been there, done that.
Anything's possible.
That was no big deal.
There have been all kinds of rumors.
Tell me that isn't true.
Bloodwyn.
There aren't many people I'd wish that on.
What are you planning?
What?
Now you've cleared Bloodwyn out of the way, too. I'm just asking myself who's next, Raven or me?
Are you afraid?
I'm not afraid of a fight, but I am afraid of the consequences of your actions. This camp is the only thing we have left. It may not have always run to perfection, but it does run. And with every person you kill, another piece of our community breaks up. We are bandits, outcasts, lawbreakers, desperados. Wherever we go, we're hunted, locked up, and killed. There is no better place for us than this. No better time than now.
What are you getting at?
These men need someone to lead them. Who should that be? You? You, who is constantly roaming from place to place?
Then you take over the leadership of the camp.
Okay, but what about Raven?
Raven will soon have other worries. I'll take care of him. Oh, yes, and make sure that the prisoners can leave the camp in peace.
All right. I shall take care of all the guards out here.
Those are all just rumors.
That's no secret.
Let the you.
I talked with...
Okay, if Thor...
But you aren't being paid to...
All right.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm alive. If you've got some...
What do I have to...
Well, not too...
Hey, you! I've been sent by the water mages.
Really? And why should I believe?
Do you want to get out of...
Of course I want to get out.
Vatra sent me. If that's not enough for you, you can all rot in this...
All right, I believe...
Really? Wow, that went fast.
Trying to flee, both prisoners and peasants.
What do you want me to do? Get you...
Hey, not a bad... But that can't be the plan. Just see to it that the guards don't attack us, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay, I'll handle that. Tell the others... It's the... Hang in there. Thanks. Here. Thanks. How are you? Better. Hey, you! All's well. You can make yourselves scarce.
Great. I know a cave in the swamp where we can gather for now.
Leave the swamp towards the southwest. They're going to show you the way.
Thanks, thank you.
Never mind. Hey, you!
Hey, slow down. You aren't—
Get out of my way.
No one enters these quarters direct—
We'll talk again.
You already know—
Here. Do you...
Is that blood? Yes,